So I came from an interview and now I'm just sitting in my car and I'm thinking about prayer from yesterday. And I was in prayer and I was thinking about something that I struggle with still to this day and has struggled with basically all of my life since I was a kid. And that is fear. Fear has always been something that has hindered me, paralyzed me, and just kept me from walking in obedience a lot of times in different seasons of my life. It is like, it's just always been hard, you know? And mostly it's fear of rejection, fear of man. I think that's why it was always hard for me to like find friends, to accept friends, to step out and do things that I may be interested in doing, but out of fear of being like made fun of or whatever the reason why I didn't do it. Fear of walking, the fear has kept me from like doing what the Lord has told me to do, and out of fear of like feeling like I was being rejected or feeling like that I would be rejected. But yeah, fear has always been something that has like really had a hold on me for such a long time. It's way better than what it used to be. Now walking with the Lord and allowing his strength to be made perfect in my weakness, it's been hard doing that. I'm not gonna say it's easy because it's still like something that I have to boldly do, you know, like very out of my comfort zone. And it can be really hard to the point of like tears. But it's been rewarding, and it's been something that the Lord has definitely stretched me in. So I was thinking about like just growing up. Sorry, there's a car. I've been thinking about growing up and the things that that fear of rejection has made me miss out on, and or like has like done to just my life, you know, and how that hiding has made it harder to step out. And it's just been interesting going down like memory lane of ways that fear has done a number on my life, and how I constantly ran from hard things, and how in some ways I still currently do still run from hard things. And the enemy has always attacked me in my speech, in my singing, like just anything that has to do with my voice, the enemy has attacked me in. The enemy has told me that I will not be good at it, that I'm not smart enough to do it, that I don't know what I'm talking about, or just something along the lines of like, shut up, you know, like you don't need to say anything, your voice doesn't matter, any of that. And that's an area that I just feel like cannot get over the hump of. Like I said before, it is a lot better than what it used to be. So I do believe that my prayer life, reading the word, knowing what God has said, And honestly, just doing it, regardless of if you're afraid or not, that has helped me a lot. And the Lord has used like the people around me, doing a small group at my church with a friend, that definitely got me out of my comfort zone a lot. And you sometimes just have to say yes. You sometimes just have to be like, all right, I'm gonna do this, even if it's hard, even if I'm shaken, even if I don't know what to do fully, you know, like, because at some point, where does the faith come in? You know, where is it like, I'm at the end of what I can do. You know, like, I can't do this by myself. Like, I know I cannot do this by myself. I know that if the Lord called me to speak in front of people, if the Lord called me to speak, not even in front of people, if the Lord called me to randomly talk to a person and share the gospel with them, I'm going to need him to do that. Like, I cannot do that by myself. I can't. So I think that, I don't even know, like, I'm just rambling because this was something that I was just thinking about. But I've told myself that I'm just gonna start doing things that have to do with me speaking, because there was something that I had heard before, and it was like, the area that you struggle with the hardest is the area that the Lord wants to use you in. And it made sense, you know, it made sense to me, because I run away from anything that has to do with my voice. I shy away from anything where I have to have an opinion about something, or just like public speaking and all of that. And so I really do think that the Lord wants to use me in this area, because it's something that the enemy attacks so much and so hard. So I do believe that I should be walking in that, and I should be like making steps towards that. And I really believe that I have, because leading a small group was not easy. I did it with a friend, and that made it a lot easier. But even with that, like, it still was like, you still got to speak and all the things. And I don't know if this is anybody else's story, but when I look around, it just seems like everybody's cool with like speaking and like all the things, and it never seems like it feels like it's only me a lot of times. Like, maybe I'm thinking too hard about this or something, but I'm just trying to be real. Like, my struggle is in this area a lot, and I don't know, it just seems like it just be me most of the times, but I'm sure it's not. I guess I just surround myself with a lot of people that speak, you know, that are able to do these things confidently, which I'm grateful for, because I'm the person that I did my small group with, Nelly. She's my good friend, and she's very confident in speaking, and I feel like I learned a lot from her. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I wanted to see if anybody related to me in this area, and I think at some point you just got to do it, you know, like, you can't dwell on, oh, I'm scared, oh, this and that, because the Lord, he already knows how you're feeling, and he wants us to cast all our cares on him. And he says that he's with us wherever we go. And he also says that he has not given us the spirit of fear, but a power of love and a sound mind. So at what point, when do you believe what you read? You know, like, at what point, when are you going to just like walk in obedience and do what God is telling you to do, even if you're scared? Like, are you not confident in the Lord enough that he will be with you, that as he said he would, like, you know. And a lot of these times, because I think sometimes that means I won't be shaking, or I won't be nervous, or my voice won't crack, you know. But in those times where I had to do these things, they did. Like, my voice would crack, I would get nervous, you could tell I was nervous, you know. And I'm like, Lord, you say you'll be with me, and I still look crazy. But I think that through those little steps of obedience, it gets easier to do these things, you know. And I think for me, I just got to stop caring about what people think about me and how I look, you know, and just go through this process with the Lord in whatever way that looks like. And this is the way that it looks: me being nervous, me being shaking, and me, like, my voice cracking, and, you know. And that's just the process, and everybody's process is different. And I just am thankful that I even know, you know, like, because I could be going through life not knowing that this is something that I struggle with, and being content, and I don't want to be content with it. And I know part of my personality is more reserved, but I do want to challenge the areas that the enemy attacks me in so much, you know. Like, what is on the other side of this fear, you know? Like, why am I so afraid of this? Like, why is this something that is making me stuck, you know? Like, yeah, I just have been processing this and want to share about it. And because I don't believe that I'm the only one, but it does feel like that sometimes. So yeah, I mean, if you relate, I'm happy that you relate. And if you've been in this place, what did you do? You know, like, you're just like, I gotta keep going, you know, I gotta trust in the Lord, I gotta believe in what I read. Because I think at a certain point it's just like that. Like, it's just like, because the assignment doesn't change, you know. Like, it doesn't change. In Exodus, when the Lord was calling Moses to speak, and Moses was just kind of like, are you sure you got the right person? Like, I'll be stuttering, like what if they don't listen to me? What if this? What if that? And the Lord was like, okay, well, you know, was encouraging him, was trying to, like, let him know, I'm gonna be with you, like, all of these things. And then towards the end, he's like, all right, okay, well, Aaron, he's like, I'm gonna allow Aaron to be the one that speaks, right? So even through all of that, like, Moses complaining about this assignment, the assignment didn't change. Like, the Lord still was telling him to do it. Like, he still was like, this, I want you to do this. Like, I know you can do this. I will help you along the way of doing this, but the assignment's not going to change. You still need to do it. So at some point, it's just like, I got to do it, because the assignment's not changing. So yeah. Anyway, I think I'm done. So I don't know if this was supposed to be, like, encouraging or something. Maybe it is. I hope it was. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you can't. It's okay. But God bless y'all. And it's a nice day here. It's, like, super nice. It's very fall today. So the leaves are falling down and it's looking real good and it feels great. So I might go on a little walk. But anyway, that's beside the point. Let me know what y'all think and how you feel. Bye. So I'm editing, and I begin to think about doing more videos on fear and ways to press through those fears with the Lord. And I think that might be my next video, about like how to like not let fear keep you stuck, like how to not let those thoughts and those lies from the enemy keep you from moving, keep you from walking in obedience. And this is something that I'm actually still like learning. So I guess we on this journey together, y'all. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do a video on it. Alrighty, I just wanted to add that in there, but hope y'all are doing good and y'all out here being safe.